What's going on, you bunch of heathens? Today we are checking out Sabaton 40-1. After brain fart. Winged Hussars. Next one that I saw a bunch of comments saying, check out 40-1, which apparently is also Polish. Or has to do with the Polish, I should say. A lot of people are saying I should check out the live Woodstock version. Fortunately, I couldn't find a good video for it for this reaction. I'm sure if I can find one, I will watch it in my own time. But today we're going to be checking out the official music video for it. And the history, which apparently, I didn't know, is the very first Sabaton history they did. Which should be really interesting to see the difference between the very oldest and some of the newest ones we've seen. Should just be fun in general. Either way, the links are down below like always. Go check them out. And yeah, let's jump straight in. I'd be chanting for them too. God damn! Hell of a way to fucking open a song. Literally, what is this? 17 seconds, but literally more like 3 or 5 seconds in. Hell of a way to open a song. Baptized in fire, 40-1. Hell of a way to open a song. And also, this music video is from 2009, 17 years ago. I think is what the like little YouTube search thing said. This is an old song. This is one of their first ones, I guess.
So silent before a storm, awaiting command. A few has been chosen to stand as one outnumbered by far. The orders from high command. Fight back, hold your ground.
Okay. Making an assumption here. I'm assuming this is about the very beginning of World War II. Don't know for sure, but that's what I'm going to assume. And this is it's got to be World War II, right? I don't know what else it would be. I don't think it'd be World War I.
In early September it came, a war unknown to the world.
Early September. It's got to be World War II. It's got to be.
No army may enter that land that is protected by Polish hand. Unless you
Hell yeah!
to one, your force will soon be undone. Baptized in fire, 40-1. Spirit of Spartans, death and glory. Soldiers of Poland, second to none. Wrath of the Wehrmacht brought to our homes. The 8th of September it starts. The rage of the Reich. A barrage of mortars and guns stand fast. The bunkers will hold. The captain.
I mean, the fact that just from what he's saying, I'm assuming World War II, and if it is World War II, then I'm just going to say it. He is very fucking wrong, and unfortunately, because Russia had the pact with Germany during World War II, there's no way they were going to be able to hold Poland. Like, it wasn't a fucking thing. it wasn't gonna happen, unfortunately.
has pledged his life. I'll face my fate here. The sound of artillery strike, so fierce the thunder of guns.
And maybe these guys didn't believe in that.
All that you've got, come hell, come high water, never stop. Unless you are 40-1, your lives will soon be undone. Undone. Baptized in fire, 40-1. Spirit of Spartans, death and glory. Soldiers of Poland, second to none. Wrath of the Wehrmacht brought to our halls.
I mean, that's a fucking fire line right there. Like, I know he's not saying the Wrath of the Wehrmacht, or however the fuck you want to pronounce it, but he's saying the overall, what he's saying is that the actual wrath of the Wehrmacht itself, and the wrath that they felt over everything was fucking halted for at least a short amount of time by these troops, which is fucking amazing. Oh, hell yeah, solo time! Oh, we're slowing down? I'm sorry, seeing that, like, look at their lips. At least this chick right here. They know the words, a fallen soldier. Like, they know the words to this fucking song, which, yeah, I mean, I believe this was from Poland, I want to say. I would assume so anyway. Like, yeah, they take great pride in the shit that they fucking done.
Always remember a fallen soldier. Always remember fathers and sons at war. Always remember a fallen soldier. Always remember you read in history.
You're not wrong.
No army may enter that land that is protected by Polish hands. Unless you
Great fucking line.
your force will soon be undone. Undone. Baptized in fire, 40-1. Spirit of Spartans, death and glory. Soldiers of Poland, second to none. Wrath of the Wehrmacht brought to our home.
It has not felt like 4 minutes yet. I don't know what it is. It does not feel like 4 minutes yet, though. This has been an amazing song, though. Oh, I like that ending. Just no, no, no. Just reiterating, no. Ah. I don't know why. That one, I like that ending. I mean, 17 years old, at least from this live recording, at least. Song itself older. Damn, it is really good. I really enjoy it. And, I mean, fuck, the amount of times I've had this shit recommended to me, guarantee you guys will too. Or at least I would fucking hope so, at least. Fuck, it's so good. I mean, obviously it's not going to be as, like, catchy as Wing 2 Stars, but still really fucking good. Still really enjoy it. It's Weather Channel saying. It's going to be hot. Good to know. All right. We're going to jump into the history now because, I mean, first episode. This is gonna set the precedent for everything. I mean, first episode of the Sabaton History channel. Gonna be great to check out. I cannot wait. So let's jump straight in.
I'm Indy Nidell.
I'm Par from Sabaton, and this is Sabaton History.
Damn. First episode's only with don't take this the wrong way, but the first episode is only quote unquote with Par. And like I said, do not take this the wrong way. I fucking love Par. But the fact of the matter is that Joaquim is like the face of Sabaton just because he's the lead singer, all that. He looks so different comparatively to the rest of them, where usually if you look at the rest of them, I believe the rest of them have like long hair and whatnot, versus Joaquim, who has like the mutton chops with the mohawk versus them. Kind of a fucking surprise that the first episode is with Par. No disrespect to him by any means. In fact, I'd say a lot of the time I prefer his episodes to Joaquim's. And then, yet again, no disrespect to Joaquim. But I enjoy him. I enjoy Par. I enjoy his stories that he tells about everything.
Contrary to popular opinion, Polish resistance when the Germans invaded in September 1939 was a lot stronger and more determined than you might think.
Our song 40 to 1, that song that made Sabaton popular in Poland, is just about that.
The song 40 to 1 is about the Battle of Wizna. Let's look at the history.
Yeah, let's check it out.
A small detachment of around 720 Polish infantrymen held off more than 40,000 German soldiers for over 3 days. A story that has even entered Polish lore.
I mean, I'm sorry. 40 to 1, yeah, you kind of more or less get the idea behind it, but you know, you assume it's going to be more like hyperbole or whatever the fuck you would call it. But like 720 versus 40,000, god damn, that's a big ass number.
As the Polish Thermopylae, Polski Thermopylae. Okay, September 1939.
God, and calling it the Polish Thermopylae is insane as well. Like, that is an insane title to give it.
The German invasion of Poland has begun.
So silent before the storm, awaiting command. A few has been chosen to stand as one outnumbered by far. The orders from high command: fight back, hold your ground.
God, and his voice. Joaquim's voice in this as well. I didn't mention it in the actual song portion, but God, it is so powerful as well. Like, I didn't mention it, but damn, is it powerful.
Now, Poland will soon also be invaded by the Soviet Union, and within 6 weeks will be divided by those two great powers. But we're still in the first week of the German invasion.
Pact.
On the 7th, the 19th Army Corps of Heeresgruppe Nord, part of the German 3rd Army under General Heinz Guderian, was quickly advancing to try and cross the river Biebrzę, a tributary of the river Narew, east of the town of Wizna. By doing so, it would be able to encircle the Polish Narew Corps and then close in on Warsaw from the northeast. Now, the Polish army had begun building defense works around the strategic crossing where the Biebrzę and Narew meet since early 1939, when the possibility of war began really looming. The crossing is surrounded by swamps and bogs, so a system of echelon bunkers and pillboxes on the hills overlooking the rivers would be a serious threat to any army trying to make a crossing. Thing is, as the German Panzer Corps approached, the defense works were not completed. Only 12 major bunkers were battle ready, and there were a few machine gun pillboxes.
Oh, hold on. Oh, fuck me. I didn't mean to do that.
From the skies, urging the Poles to 12 strategic crossing a few machine gun pillboxes spread out over 2 actual
Hold on. I mean, sorry, I had to go through all my, I don't have my little cheat sheet for all my expressions and whatnot. Let me go back a bit.
Panzer Corps approached, the defense works were not completed. Only 12 major bunkers were battle ready.
Yeah,
and there
nowhere
were
near
a
enough.
few machine gun pillboxes spread out over 2 actual lines of defense. The big flaw, though, was that the system
I'm sorry, how many?
spread out over bunkers were battle ready, and there were a few machine gun pillboxes
A few, so I'm assuming no more than 5. No more than 5 pillboxes ready.
spread out over 2 actual lines of defense. The big
So not a
flaw,
lot.
though, was that the system did not have any larger anti-tank guns or mortars, and with a force of 350 tanks approaching, this flaw was now a major problem.
Well, yeah,
the
they-
Polish defenders, commanded by Captain
I mean, I'm assuming they're going to be under the same assumption as the French, in the sense of they would not think that they would need anti-tank weapons. Because if I remember correctly, just in general, during the beginning of the war, tanks were not thought of as such a big factor like they ended up being, where they would need to be able to have something to take them out. It was all thought to be, it's going to be like World War I again, where it's going to be artillery and men on the ground. It's not going to be tanks that make a big difference, when in fact, tanks men ended up making a big fucking difference.
Vladislav Raginis had quickly thrown up some anti-tank obstacles, prepared the forward approach with trenches and barbed wire.
Yeah,
and
as
mined
best
the
as he can.
riverbanks. Raginis himself had chosen the bunker in the middle as his command post, but, you know, he must have known that with only 6 7.6 guns, a few dozen machine guns, and only a pair of anti-tank rifles, he could
Damn, that's fucking... Homie did his best with as little as he had. That is so little.
not hope to hold out forever. But as German planes dropped propaganda leaflets from the skies urging the Poles to surrender, Raginis vowed that he would, in fact, die trying.
The 8th of September, it's
I'm going to assume that he did.
the rage of the Reich. A barrage of mortars and guns stand past, the bunkers will hold. The captain has pledged his life. I'll face my fate here. The sound of artillery strike, so fierce the thunder of guns.
The first skirmish between German and Polish
That right there, he says the thunder of guns. I wonder. Because honestly, thunder of guns sounds good. I wonder if they should have replaced it with thunder of God. It's the like, let me go back really quick.
The sound of artillery strike,
The sound of artillery strikes.
the thunder of guns. Of artillery strike, so fierce the thunder of guns.
So fierce, the thunder of guns. I think he should have gone so fierce, the thunder of God. I don't know, actually. The thunder of God, I think personally, at least in this sense, like, just to emphasize how big it is and whatnot. God, I realize how much I talk with my hands, sorry. I feel like really would have sold like the size of what they were doing.
The first skirmish between German and Polish recon units was fought for the village of Wizna on the 7th, but the Poles gave up what was an undefendable village without serious resistance. So already at the beginning of the action, it looks like the Poles have been routed.
I mean, undefendable village, might as well fucking let them have it. Makes sense.
But they haven't given up, and they have not fled. They have retreated back over the river into the safety of their bunkers. The
Again,
Germans
makes
pursued them,
sense.
but Polish engineers blew the bridges to stop them. The battle had begun. German heavy artillery
Say it
was
again,
brought up
makes
and
sense.
pounded the Polish positions throughout the remainder of the day. The Polish artillery was no match for this and was forced to withdraw. But the Polish bunkers held. Stuka bombardments from the air also failed to break them, since the walls of those bunkers were over 1.5 meters thick and reinforced with steel plates. German assault troops came next, attacking over the next 2 days. But as soon as they crossed the river, they were hit by machine gun fire from the forward Polish pillboxes. Suffering heavy casualties, they were forced to retreat time and again.
I'm going to make a prediction now. They run out of ammo. I'm going to assume that, like almost everything else when it comes to war, it's going to come down to logistics, and they're not going to have the logistics to hold out long enough, and they're going to run out of ammo.
However, the evening of the 8th, as German tanks began to cross, and with no adequate measures to deal with them, and overall limited
tanks would also
ammunition,
happen
Polish
too.
infantry withdrew from their forward lines near the river to the safety of the bunkers. The German tanks rolled over and through those lines, but their guns could not penetrate the bunkers, nor could they provide enough cover for the infantry to follow. It was a somewhat bizarre stalemate. Yet, without help from any reinforcements or any real anti-tank capability, the Polish soldiers were now trapped.
Baptized in fire, 40-1, spirit of Spartans, death and glory, soldiers of Poland, second to none, wrath of the Wehrmacht brought to our halls.
Another flaw in the bunker system now became apparent.
Oh, what?
The major bunkers were sometimes too far away from each other to provide adequate support and could not cover each other's blind spots. So it turned out that the Germans were able to attack and isolate them.
That is a big oversight then. Just not being able to see each other, cover the blind spot. It's a big oversight.
One after the other. The first bunkers to fall were the ones just across the Narev River. Concentrated heavy artillery bombardment and advancing tanks forced the defenders to flee or else be completely encircled. The other bunkers held out until the 10th. But in the early morning that day, after 3 days of holding off 40-1 odds, the Poles faced defeat, as small platoons of German combat engineers could finally take out the damaged bunkers with explosives, with tanks providing covering fire. One after the other was destroyed, and the Germans closed in on Captain Raginis' command center. By this time, most of his company was reportedly either dead or wounded, and the ammunition was nearly finished. Captain Raginis
Logistics, like
finally
I
ordered
said.
his men to surrender their weapons, since the battle that they could not win was effectively over. True to his word, though, Captain Raginis died by clutching a grenade to his body in his command bunker. They had held out for over 3 days against some of the strongest forces in the entire German army. That,
I mean, hats off to the guy. He stood on business. Homie stood on that shit. Just, I'll order my men to surrender, but I myself am not going to. I'm going to hold this fucking grenade to my last breath. Like, hats off to the dude for that.
is the story of the Polish Thermopylae. According to some, Guderian threatened to shoot Polish prisoners if they did not give up. Though that seems unlikely since the battle was already won and it's out of character for Guderian. But okay, it's possible. We don't know for sure. And this is important here. First-hand sources on the battle are fairly few. The German battle records don't really mention the engagement, and Polish sources.
That's so unfortunate because so many of these cool battles, I say cool with the benefit of hindsight, not having to fight them, all that jazz, but all these cool battles that Sabaton itself and other channels talk about, we do not get to hear about the first-hand accounts because there aren't many, or if any.
Differ on the strength of the defenders. so we don't have any concrete number of casualties or what happened to the Polish prisoners taken in the battle. Now, this battle,
that
its
sucks.
story, has entered the realm almost of myth, and you may be skeptical of not just the details, but the overall concept. But let me be the first to put that to rest for you.
Okay.
This battle is what Sabaton chose to write a song about, but there are several other shining examples of determined and excellent Polish defense against overwhelming odds during the German invasion. The Battle of the Bzura, the defense at Hel Peninsula, even the remarkable evacuation of LOT, the Polish national airline, of its planes, machine tools, and factory equipment to Bucharest in the face of dual invasion, all attest to the grit and will of the Polish defenders, with which you might
they
not
did
be
their fucking
familiar,
best.
because already during the war, the Allies crafted a narrative of a heavily inferior Poland, easily overrun by the mighty Germans, in order to reinforce how aggressive and dangerous Nazi Germany was.
I mean, I'll be honest. I've heard this story a lot. But to be fair, I'm also into history, and so I learn the more or less truth, quote unquote, about it sooner / at all compared to others. But no, that is still fairly prevalent today, I want to say, where, I mean, I'm trying to think, like, popular media, first thing that comes to mind is, like, Family Guy, and, no, popular media, it's, like, depicted that Poland more or less just fucking rolled over for the fucking Germans. Because yet again, no one likes to mention the Russians, but they like to portray that the Polish just rolled over for the Germans, when in fact that isn't what happened.
So
there's quite a bit of fighting.
The idea of Polish horsemen fighting hopelessly against tanks, dive bombers, and heavy artillery was reinforced in films and articles and has stuck as the popular version of the beginning of World War II. But it wasn't so.
Always remember a fallen soldier. Always remember thoughts and sons at war. Always remember a fallen soldier. Always remember you read in history.
Per is now going to tell you some things you may not know about the song itself. I was here to tell you the story of the battle and even use it as a metaphor for a spirited defense against an overwhelming enemy. Well, two enemies, as it turns.
Okay, now we're gonna get into the very first what would you call it? Behind the scenes look at, like, the writing and whatnot of the song.
And just a note here, after the invasion of Poland, and even with the speed of its success, Adolf Hitler's generals warned him time and again to wait before attacking in Western Europe, which he originally planned to do already in October 1939, because the strong Polish defense had shown them their own weaknesses, and they did not think that they were yet strong enough to win.
Now, you said that this was the song that really made you famous in Poland. How did that happen? Was it planned, or just one?
I'm going to say not planned, because Polish are, like I've said before, very patriotic. So a song about defending the homeland against both Russian and Nazi invasion is going to make you big in said country. Especially if it's a country that's considered the quote-unquote road bump, or whatever the fuck you would call it, of Europe. It's going to make them very happy to see, like, yeah, no, see, we weren't a fucking road bump. We didn't just give in. No, we actually fought. So, yeah, it makes sense that a band actually wrote a song about it and shows that, no, we did not just let them waltz in. No, we fought. Yeah, makes sense that would be a big thing.
In Poland, how did that happen? Was it planned, or just one of those things?
Oh, no. It was not planned at all. So we were sitting in the backstage area at the Sweden Rock Festival in our tour bus.
Right.
Watching internet, there was something going on. So much attention towards a fan-created video on YouTube, which suddenly gained a lot of views and
Ooh.
comments.
Fan-created Sabaton videos.
Yes.
So you had nothing to do with this.
We didn't have anything to do with this video, and it became wildly
interesting.
popular in a short period of time. By then, this is in 2008, you have different charts on YouTube. You have historical, political, musical charts on YouTube. And we were top charting of all of them.
I was gonna say historical, political, musical, and something like went viral, especially back in 2008 of all things. Yeah, you'd be top. Yeah, that's insane to think about.
The world.
Yes.
And it was 40-1. It was a Polish guy that made this video.
Yes.
So what happened? Did you were number one for weeks or?
No, it was just for a few days before this was taken off. There was a copyright infringement and the video was taken down and blocked after a few days.
Right.
However, it reached around to a lot of fans all across the country of Poland.
Yeah.
Including...
I mean, unfortunate that happens, but a few days is all you really need to really hit internet virality or whatever the fuck you'd call it.
It reached to a descendant of the captain that we sing about in the song.
Right.
Oh,
And
no
this guy was a
way.
filmmaker. Contacting us, wanted to do an official music video for the song 40-1.
Right.
That's
So we
insane.
went down to Poland to where the battle actually took place,
Right.
to Wizna, where we filmed some footage when we were walking around in the battlefield, in the scenery, and we also played a concert in Gdansk where we used live footage to cut this together to an official music video.
Wow.
Great video.
Now, by this time, because of the video and stuff, was there like a big Sabaton hype in Poland? I mean, what happened there?
Well, suddenly Sabaton got a very big hype inside of Poland.
But was it just among like the
Dude, I'm sorry. Hold up. The Polish flag. Like, that is fucking huge. Like, look how big they are on the stage. Look how big they are compared to the fucking flag. That flag is fucking massive. And it's covering all these people's view of Sabaton, but they're doing it for the fucking love of their country. That is some insane
Suddenly,
shit.
Sabaton got a very big hype inside of Poland.
But was it just among like the Polish kids, or was it like across Polish society?
I think it was all
assuming
across
cross.
society.
Okay.
And it was mainly a lot of the older generation who find this very interesting, because this was a story who could unite the Polish people. Students wanted to read about this and not about the propaganda that was written in the history books that they
Yeah, hell yeah.
reading about.
Then did you continue doing like bigger tours of Poland, or?
We kept doing more and more tours in Poland. And in 2009, we came back for what we called Always Remember Tour. And it was for a couple of shows all across Poland. One of those shows was actually at the battlefield.
Okay.
In Wizna.
Hell yeah.
Actually, 70
That would have been
years
dope to go see.
to the hour after the battle.
Right.
And the opening act
70 years to the fucking hour is insane.
was a full reenactment of the battle, including mortar attacks and tanks and soldiers and planes, and it was a very, very intense opening ceremony.
So the
for
whole
it.
battle, they did the. Wow.
Yes. Until today, that is still the coolest band that ever opened for us.
It's the coolest band that ever.
That
opened for
sounds
anybody.
fucking awesome.
We also did a show in Gdansk where we were approached by somebody we did not expected to come to a Sabaton concert. So we were sitting backstage just before the show.
Calling it, wild guess right here, throwing it out there. Prime Minister of Poland at the time.
Is gonna be.
Yeah.
The promoter of the concert comes into our dressing room and he explains, you have a little bit different kind of person here tonight. And we're like, okay, so who is that? Well, it's actually the Archbishop.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I was off. The Archbishop of Poland. Damn.
I didn't see that coming. The Archbishop.
Yeah, we didn't see that coming either. He came onto the stage and a lot of people were complaining about it and booing, but he said only a few simple words, and he said that the church bows to a metal band. And then he gave us this sword from the treasury of the Church of Poland.
Dude, that is so
cool.
fucking
And just
cool.
think how that is when a song, a person, or a
Like, even though they're getting booed by the fucking crowd. It's just, no, we're still up here. We're going to fucking present this sword. Oh, that's so fucking cool.
People or a nation can take a song to heart and make it so important to their lives like that. That's got to feel really good.
It feels great, and the song has kind of permanently edged itself to Sabaton.
Oh, yeah.
And I do not believe that we could get away alive by going to Poland, play a show, and not performing 40 to 1 as a permanent song in the Sabaton catalog.
And
Honestly, it makes me wonder, are they able to do that with Winged Hussars? Just in general, with how big Winged Hussars is. Like 40 to 1 made them popular in Poland. Makes me wonder if they could do the same thing with Winged Hussars.
You know what? Here's how it looks.
God, the fucking choir sounds awesome.
fallen soldier, always remember thoughts and sons at war. Always remember a fallen soldier. Always remember you read in history. No army may enter that land that is protected.
God damn it, my mouse died.
Unless you are 40 to 1, your force will soon be undone.
Honestly, do you know what this song kind of, I say kind of, very, like, liberally, I should say, like, kind of, at least the intro at least, I should say, is very reminiscent of, Carry On by Avenged Sevenfold. It is very reminiscent of that. And I do not hate it whatsoever.
Baptized in fire, 40 to 1. Spirits of Spartans, death and glory. Soldiers of Poland, second to none. Wrath of the Wehrmacht brought to our home.
All right, everyone, here's the deal. Subscribe to Sabaton History, but also the regular Sabaton channel. And don't forget to check out
Already done to both.
and the Time Ghost channel. Also, if you like more of this stuff, check right here for a playlist of cool videos like this. And if you like this and you want to see more like this, please remember to support us on Patreon, all right? It really helps this thing happen. Take care, everyone.
Great fucking video, especially for a first one. Like, that was great for a fucking first video for Sabaton History. I loved it. I hope you guys did too. Like, that was insane. Legit insane. Links are down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, you guys take care of yourselves. See ya.